Okay, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I am going to play Honkai Star MSQ today, and no, I do not have my tracking on because I'm lazy. Hello John, welcome to the stream. So anyway, the point today is to play some, to continue the MSQ, because I've decided to play MSQs on streams. Have like recorded plays of MSQs, maybe for all my gacha games. I did one yesterday for Nikkei for the new Over the Horizon stream event, and then today we're gonna continue on with HSR, and everybody knows my record with ZZZ. I love ZZZ. Anyway, let's continue on. I don't think I'll be doing any pulls today, just so you know. This brutal flame chase journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in. What lies ahead is a mess of chaos. I shall cut through it myself and usher in the first ray of blazing sunlight. Huh? Is it truly you? With one last chance to turn back, you still step forward. How befitting of a trailblazer. Spare me your mockery. You misunderstand. As our world nears its end, the ones who walk the infinite paths have embraced their destiny. Oh, Tribios, the one who walked the infinite paths. Tribios. As the Theoros, it is my duty to witness the world's future and oversee this final core frame ritual on their behalf. The trial of world-bearing, the ritual of Era Nova. Scrollum says you're behind all this. Ah, I see. So you met my kindred spirit before I could erase his traces. Isu, what are you saying? This one knows more than he's telling. I've had my suspicions. How does a native Antikytheran know so much about repairing vehicles from beyond the sky? Lord Lycus, how much do you truly know about Era Nova? Tell us everything. Come on, isn't there a thing where if I press this? Oh, the autoplay, okay. Very well, I need no longer maintain this Theoros masquerade. You seek truth, what find on, and truth you shall have. His new name is Lygus. I like that. I like that a lot. As you know, when the old gods fell, someone had to bear their broken pillars to fill the vacant seats. Those who would assume divine authority must prove themselves through trials. I'll let the story play while I also read over it, just for fun. Yet, for Kephal's demigods, the possibility of overcoming the trials has forever been non-existent. For the world-bearing trial is the divine duty itself. Bringing forth the Era Nova and bearing its weight is an endless ordeal, ceasing only upon collapse. I'm faster than the Japanese voice, so I can't do anything about that. Precisely, the Era Nova ritual is not something that can be completed in an instant. No, but a long and arduous journey. While the sacrificial journeys of other demigods conclude in this world, Kefali must shoulder the gods' core flames, bear the memories of all worlds, and stand unwavering. until the next world, when the black tide consumes the bearer and all that they carry, leaving nothing behind. Unless the core flame finds a new bearer. The holy flame that illuminates all our worlds rests in your hands. All that remains is one choice. Nurture it, pass it on to future generations, or extinguish it here and now. Deliverer, the fate of all worlds rests in your hands. Enough testing. I've made my decision. But before I ignite the dawn of the next world, you need to promise me something. Two things, actually. Speak your terms. Promise me this. Professor Anaxa's vision of the new world is absolute. The world will be reborn from my memories. All souls, living and dead, will return as the first humans, unchanged from their past lives. So he wants everyone to remember who they are. And my friends, the fallen demigods, they shall transcend the cycle to become new titans. Our heroes shall not have died in vain. Of course, this I can guarantee. Good. Second one. Promise me Asu can return safely to his homeland, unbound by Amphoreus' laws. My apologies, but I cannot promise this. As you mentioned, he now bears the Time Titan's authority. No, he doesn't. His bonds with this world runs too deep. And don't worry about it. Trust me. Initiate the Era Nova. Well, I stand corrected. An outsider like him does have ways to defy destiny. Thank you, my friends, for everything you've done for this world. Though the next world may not remember, I shall never forget. It's okay, Kevin. Do your best. As the Theros, I declare, Amphoreus has determined her path. Amphoreus. Step forward, heroes. Follow her path and see it through. Alright. Time to step forward. Hold on. Switch to walking mode. We gotta step forward properly. As our world draws its final breath, I stand before you as the Theros. Before we begin, there's something I need to know. Who are you really? Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lycurgus, once an honored elder of the Okima Council. As the Theros, I have sworn to watch over and protect every citizen of Okima until the very end. You're not Lycurgus. Are you? Iron Tomb? Nah, I'm just the theory is that this guy's Iron Tomb, one of the Lord Ravager. The theory I read on Reddit anyway. Of course, that alone won't satisfy your curiosity, so let me share something more. Something that means little to Amphoreus, but everything to a traveler like yourself. I, Lycurgus, am one of the erudition's many pathstriders. Through me, keeps watch over this realm, working to save Amphoreus from decay. I don't expect you to trust me based on words alone, but believe this much. When you look at the bigger picture, we're walking the same path, you and I. Sorry, just Green Goblin flashback. We're not so different, you and I. While the holy city may honor me, I'm but a humble speck before the cosmos. My reach is limited. Your doubts are natural. Let me assure you of this. What's done, I've told truthfully. What's to come, I'll witness fairly. My conscience is clear to my role as the Theoros, to Amphoreus and her destiny. I speak too much faster than the Japanese voice. What's your connection to Skrullum? I believe all synthetic life shares a common source. We're all children of the univirtuals' eternal mathematical law, the law of erudition. So you see, the answer is simple. That brilliant mind is my kindred, a brother, if you will. I'm trying to slow down my Ligus speech so it doesn't, you know. Let's leave it at that. Time to complete the ritual. The world will be moved by your sacrifice, Trailblazer. Fine on. Without you, we could never have reached the prophesied tomorrow. Thank you for walking this path with me to the end. Dang, don't know what happened. Complete Era Nova. Dawn. Behold, O gods! Amphoreus has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight. Oh, I tried to slow down, it's not slow enough. He's the pure child, walking upon the path of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He is the first to be born, first to be named among the nameless. Is he gonna be a nameless? Fine on, you joining us in the train? Eternal in form, limitless in reach. He treads the endless night underfoot. Greatest of kings, protector of the displaced, raising humanity's children above their adversaries. The firmament of molten gold courses through his very bones and flesh. The greatest of schemes rebel against his breath and words. In the golden lakes of that beautiful new world, he shall wash himself clean. There, finish what we first and last wished for. To write an ending unlike any before for this world we so deeply love. Come, Asu. Join me. Restore the final core flame with Finon. The time has come for us all to face oblivion. or embark on one final grand journey. Core flame restored. Woo! Animation, animate the cutscene. Go, Kevin, go! Show the power of the. Oh! Wait, what? Can pause? The hero's journey to the end, and the true Granite Aeronova is about to be revealed. Is that truly the case? Wait, he paused real life? Here at the Theoros, allow me to humbly request that you find a moment to listen to what I have witnessed. It's about the nature of Amphoreus itself, a story of the prime mover of life. My, what a broad topic this is! Where shall we start? Hurta. Erudition. Got it! Let's start at the very beginning. The Big Bang. The birth of particles. The emergence of all things. Just kidding. What I mean to say is that time, space, matter, all concepts exist solely because we perceive them. This is called the erudition. Without it, the universe would merely be a chaotic book written by chance, yet unread by anyone. As your acquaintance, Lord Anaxagoras suggested, everything in Amphoreus exists through Nosporus, living in the memories of those yet to come. How beautifully it aligns, revealing universal truth in such simple terms. Only he could solve the riddle of what exactly are we? Oh, but you'll remember, even as the embodiment of reason, one mystery remained beyond his grasp. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from? Nanook! News, of course. As sages across ages have asked the gods. What is the prime mover of life? But let's set aside the Grove's teaching for now. Look further past Amphoreus to what they call the forbidden realms beyond the sky. Do you know of the scholar's strife that pose? During that grand yet brutal war waged in the name of erudition, a genius's legacy was abandoned, strewn across the cosmos. The scepters, a macrocosmic computational array beyond the mortal comprehension, made to emulate the Aeon's thoughts. It became part of the Aeon's cognition at birth, scattered throughout the cosmos. These arrays act as celestial body neurons for Nous. But regrettably, as everyone knows, the erudition forsook them all. I'm watching the painting at the back as well. But what nobody knows is that though forgotten, they never stopped seeking the divine answers. A question that survived war and disaster, stumping even the greatest minds, including both mechanical emperors. Now, we come to the real truth of Amphoreus. What if, hypothetically, a scepter found the answer to the prime mover of life? If through endless solitary extrapolations in the cosmic code, the one deemed as a failure by the aeon of erudition found proof through the ages, what would happen? Perhaps the answer is simpler than you think. From a perishing neuron, it evolved into true life, reborn through the gaze of another aeon. This is a tale from the distant past, unknown to all, even unheard by the greatest geniuses. Man, Lygos talks a lot. Let's leave the scepter story here. Returning to where we began. What is the prime mover of life? Actually, you know the answer better than you realize. It's been by your side, accompanying you throughout this long journey. Ma'am? Ma'am! Right now, it awaits you ahead. In that brave new world, beyond the end of Genesis. I thought he was talking about ma'am. But I think he's talking about March 7th. Kirene! Cyrene? Cyberine. Act 1. Departure. Take this wish with you. Be the one who begins it all. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulder, until the ashen hero, the nameless deliverer, ushers in the dawn. Strange. Like I've dreamed this before, but it slips away when I wake. Only a voice repeats. Who was that? Rise and shine! What? Oh, it's you! Oops. Fell asleep there. What a strange dream I had. It's gone now though, but look! Perfect sunshine. The day is still young. Let's go find Cyrene. Partner, we promised to be there for her oracle card reading today. Right about time. They call her Kirene. I wonder if I should say Kirene. Looking at you, someone still half asleep. Tell you what, catch some fresh air first. I'll hang around here.
僕は近くで待ってるからさ。
待ってるからさ。What is this place?
いかがです？
Beautiful, isn't it? This is Aedes Elysiae, home of the nameless hero who carried Kephali's core flame. When he was young and innocent, he had heroic dreams, imagining his wound sword was forged of iron. Pretending. Why am I yawning? Brought by a wound boy with a giant sign, a single blood vessel running from spine to heel. Dreaming of slaying the giant and becoming a hero to save the world. Though to his young mind, the world was just this small village. I know, he used to be so Judy. Well, that's my answer. Witty as always, but this is more than just a funny story. It's the start of his path. These are his first memories. Rather than watching, why not join in? Think of it as immersive theater. Become his lifelong closest friend, witnessing his hero's journey from the best seat in the house, as the nameless hero whose unwavering guidance shaped Phainon's destiny, yet whose name was never recorded in Amphoreus' history. Who could possibly be there his entire life? Oh, you direct plays now? Questions. Let's follow along and find out, shall we? Many mysteries lurk in the village beneath the veil of Evernight. No question. Look my ashes as the story unfolds. Oh my god, why am I yawning? I guess I did wake up at 4 a.m. That was 5 hours ago. Yay, travel time. Wait, story. MSQ.
目は覚めたかい？
よー、ファイノー。どこ行くんだ？キュレネは一緒じゃないのか？
キュレネは。I like how the village is named Aedes Elysiae, which is Alicia's name in Honkai Impact 3rd. Sorry, I didn't mean that Aedes Elysiae was Alicia's name. Alicia is her name, and you know, Elysiae is basically Alicia. March 7th? Found you. That's March 7th. Goodness, look at you rushing about. You've got the poor swing all startled. Hmm? It's you. I knew it was you. Something wrong? What do you see? Oh, nothing much. Just suddenly felt a strange connection. Oh god. Look at you! Leaves in your hair. Were you sleeping in a tree again? Or was it the wheat fields this time? At least brush yourself off before wandering about.
ちゃんときれいにしてから出かけないとダメよ。
ちょ
Come on,
僕はも
I'm
う
not a
大人
kid
だ
anymore. You're the only one who still
君くらい
treats me
のも
like
のだよ
one.
僕を子供扱いするのは
Sure, sure. You may have the height advantage, but when it comes to maturity, I'm leagues
大人っ
ahead.
ぽさだったら私の勝ち
I'm
ね。
streets ahead.
英雄の物語を
Still
空想して
fantasizing about being a heroic in heroic adventures and imagining yourself as one of the
大人が
characters.
することじゃ
That's the
ない
kind
の
of thing kids do, not grown-ups.
あなたもそう思う
Don't
でし
you
ょ
agree? And since you're playing along with his antics, who are you pretending to be today?
今日はどんな設定なの
The Galactic Baseballer! Greetings, I'm the invincible Galactic Baseballer!
そうだ今日の彼は無敵の銀河打者だ
He's gonna be the invincible Galactic Baseballer. Switching roles again? What happens to be the valiant hero from a distant shore who made that solemn pact to learn the sword?
勇者だったわよね
Spare
い
me!
いだろ
Can we not bring this
勘弁し
up?
てくれそれより
Speaking of which, what about the oracle cards?
今日は
We haven't done
神格
divination in
カード占いをやるんじゃ
forever.
なかったのかい
Why the sudden interest?
占い遊びなんてずいぶん久しぶりだけどなんで急に
そのことなんだけ
I
ど
was just about to tell you. Earlier, while napping on the swing, I had the strangest
不
dream.
思議な夢を見たのぼんやりとした
There was this
声が
mysterious
聞こえ
voice
て
in my dream,
何かを呼
calling
びか
out
けて
for
るみたいだった
something.
君も見たのかい
Wait, you had a dream too? Yeah?
もしかして
You
あなた
too?
も
That would explain this lingering sense of
そわそわ
unease,
するわけねそれで思い出したのが
which made me think of those old oracle cards I used to play with as a
信
kid.
託カード占い
Though the Oronix prophecies were always hit
オ
or
ロニクス
miss.
の信託をいつも正しく読めたわけじゃなかったけど
子供たちと来たら
Yeah, all the kids would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throws fits over devil or drunkard
今
and
の話
demand
だ
a redo.
もう一回弾くって騒いでたよねでも
You just redo it when you don't like the result. What's the point of
正しい
divination?
占い結果って出るのかな
子供は幸せだね
Ah, the blessing of
神
childhood.
様は
Believing that gods might not notice our little corner of Hades Elysiae, willing to let our small deceits slide.
でも
Still,
運命
Fate is
が変わ
absolute.
ることはない
after all, we never really know just how far into the future the prophecy
信
extends.
託が語る未来はどのくらい先のことなのか
とりあえず昔
Anyway,
みんなの秘密
let's go
基地だ
to
った
our
と
old
ころ
secret
から
base and look for those
信託カード
oracle
を取ってこ
cards.
ようで
Now where did we
秘
hide
密基地って
those?
どこだっけ
いくつか心当た
I
りがあ
can
る
think
か
of
ら
a few spots.
行ってみましょう
Let's go
か
check it out.
村はそんなに広くないし子供の頃に隠した秘密まだ元の
The
場所にあるかしら
temptation to travel. No, MSQ, MSQ.
大切に保管してくれているさ
What? Over there.
子供たち急いで転ばないようにね
Haha. I'm a big kid. I'm a big kid. Ah, I fell into the water.
私が
It's mine. I cut it fair and square.
俺のだろ
You did not. You did not. It's mine.
キュレネネ
Fine on. Sarene, come quick. Look at this huge bottle I just got.
釣り上げたのそれは
Give it here. My rod, my catch. I only let you borrow it, remember?
だから釣ったものも俺のなんだよ
そんな言い合って
What's got you two so worked up? Here,
僕に
show
も見
me.
せてよ
A handwritten letter sealed in a glass vial on a wheatgrass stitched paper. The handwriting blurs at the edges, softened by seeping water. Dear stranger, stranger with a Y, interesting, who finds this bottle in the future. It's currently the month of fortune, the final month of the year. Everyone in the village says if you do something tied to fortune on the last day of this month, you might be blessed with unexpected good luck. So I decided to write this letter and cast it into the sea. Just let the currents decide where it goes. I want to share a little about our village and my dream. Our little village is called 80s Elysiae. Have you ever heard of it? Let me tell you a bit about it. We got golden wheat, blah blah blah. Oh my god, too much to read. Not like Cyrene, you can already know there was a festival. Last time I do Deliverer, everyone went, wow. People like the Deliverer, but I'd rather be Wanderer or Scholar. You in 80s Elysiae, Virginians of but Mrs. Pythias and Uncle Galba. Blah 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 blah. It's my home, that's my dream. Oops, just realized this letter has misspellings. Misspellings. Spellings. Just like my essays in Mr. Pythias' class. Please don't let her be the one who finds this, or I'm totally gonna get points docked and detention. Wait a second. This is my old wish in a bottle. How did it end up here? Oh, I want to see. What did little final wish for? Anyway, I'm gonna click. It's just getting too slow to wait for the. I'm getting too sleepy waiting for the Japanese dialogue. Not happening. This stays sealed. So, Livia, dinner's ready. Coming, mom. Finally, I'm starving. See you later. You know what's funny? I really thought tossing that bottle into the sea would carry our wishes beyond 80s Elysiae. Maybe even bring something back to us. Never thought the waves would end up pushing it back ashore. Seems more like a lake to me than an ocean. Funny how the past finds its way back. Kind of disappointing, isn't it? I'm getting sleepy because of the reading. Too much reading and talking and talking and reading. In the sunlit barn, amid the scent of ripened wheat, they found various fruits hoarded by squirrels and a wooden figure missing arms and legs. My unfinished little soldier. After all these years. Hey, this is one of Mrs. Pythias confiscated. Finally back in my hands. Fine, Cyrene, where are you two headed? Speak of the devil. Mrs. Pythias. Is school out already? No classes today. This morning, I've used fallen leaves for reading. Seeking Onyx's wisdom. They warn us. They warn of potential injuries, so I gave everyone a holiday. Besides, it's harvest season. There's plenty of other work to be done without classes. With you being our only teacher in 80s Elysiae, you must be working so hard. Anything for my students. I don't mind the work. When you travel far from here, you must visit the Grove of Epiphany for me to see what a true haven of wisdom looks like. By the way, what are you looking for in here? You've been searching quite thoroughly. Snitch on Finon. Thank you, my friend. Time to take our soldier home. Alright then, I should be going. It might rain tonight, so don't stay out too late. So this is where the wooden figurine you carved during class ended up. And here I thought I knew all your hiding spots. To be honest, I've forgotten all about it myself. No sign of the oracle cards. Wah! There's one place we haven't checked yet. Ooh. Those were the days. We'd always meet either by the statue in the village or right here. Right, and I remember you never used the front door when you wanted me to come play. You always climbed over the wall. You were such a mischief maker. Just like a certain someone who has a habit of showing up unexpectedly. Right? Can't pin me down, can you? Ha! I bet I said something clever just now. I was just copying those storybook heroes. They never take the beaten path. Still, it's embarrassing. I've been the only one here for a while and I haven't kept up with the cleaning. With so many spots to check, where should we even start? Let's try the roof. Come to think of it, I haven't checked the roof in forever. Was a shot, right?
それじゃあ
Alright, let's split up. I'll handle the yard. You check the upper floor.
屋上からの景色
Wonder what views you like from it. Worth checking out. Alright, let's find a way to go up to the roof. This is the upper floor, but not exactly the roof. We're on a balcony on the upper floor.
目の前の少女には
The girl before you carries an air of mystery. Her secret's elusive, yet her demeanor toward you is exceptionally warm.
あなたは考え
You can't help but wonder, could there really be some kind of mental connection? The view here hasn't changed a bit. You know, besides the swing under the big tree, this has to be my favorite spot in all of 80s Elysiae. Three, two, one, jump! Hey, what are you doing? Please be careful. I'm just a small-time diviner. I can't turn back time if something happens. They always say that I become the next priest of time just because I heard prophecies as a child. But here's the thing. The more divinations I do, the more doubt creeps in. I want to believe the prophecies, but actually leaving 80s Elysiae, where will the waiting ship take us, I wonder?
信託カードを見つけ
Here
た
they
よ
are, the oracle
こ
cards.
こだ
Looks like he won the race. Well, I guess reminiscing makes us take our time, doesn't it? There we go. Looks like the gods do listen to our thoughts.
ほら
Here it is. This is the box where we kept the cards. But the cards are gone. Who could have taken them? Huh? What's this underneath?
なんだ
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Stamp paw print. Cipher. Gotta be cipher. One, two, three, four, five. Tan Hung and Foy Ranger Jive. Are these animal footprints? Ah, I see now. Those sneaky little ones. So that's what they've been up to.
それって
The ones from Membrane's Maze, you mean? Yep. Let's head to the back of the courtyard. Okay, not Cypher.
入り口はどこだっけ
The entrance should be around here somewhere. Right here. The path to the maze is hidden under all these weeds. It's been too long since we visited the fairies. Fairies?
覚えていないのか
Did
い
you forget?
相棒
We used to visit them all the
小
time
さい
when we
頃
were
はよ
little.
くさやるぞ
Alright, let's do this.
ま
These
ずは目
weeds
の
need
前
to
の
go.
雑草 この道で合っていると思うけど
Pretty sure this is
な
should be the way. There it is. The entrance. That hollow tree over there. Once you get through the tight squeeze in the hollow, you'll reach their dwelling. The membranes may. Oh, the hollow! ZZZ connection. No, I'm just kidding.
どうだろう
I wonder if I can still squeeze through there. Maybe worry about about whether the fairies will let you in. After all, the membranes maze has an invitation-only rule. Only children with pure hearts are welcome. Sounds like some secret society, huh? My Trailblazer profile should get me in, right?
中性
Trailblazer profile?
なんだ
What's that?
さて
Regardless, how about we try getting through the hollow first? After you then. What? Oh,
じゃあ
sure.
遠慮な
I'll go first. So hasty, as always. Looks like it's just us now. Care to finish that chat? To be honest, from the moment I saw the cute note left by the fairies, my intuition became even more certain. Perhaps when we step into the maze again after all these years, the wheels of fate will finally start turning. I wanna. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think whether they want to get 2 or 3. Both seems like really good options here. Don't tell me you're behind all this. What if I am? What would you do?
あなたは
Just kidding. Don't read too much into it.
でも
But you know what? Even if fate is set on its path, no matter where it steers the world, if we're together, there's nothing to worry about, right?
だから
So, if you're willing, forget it. If the wheels do begin to turn, that's when I'll make my request.
本当に入れた。大変だったね。
Why is there no
前に来た
subtitles?
のはいつだっけ？
He says, I made it. Yeah, that's exactly what he said
私
just
た
now.
ちがまだ子供だった
We
頃
were still kids back then. But there was no subtitles until I got in. Wait, the Grove?
うわー
Whoa, look who's finally back, Mimi!
ファイちゃんすっ
Snowy, you've grown so tall and dashing. I couldn't even tell it was you at first.
全然わかんなかったよ
Wait, that's the story of... that's the story. That's the voice of Tribby. You had to grow up sometime.
僕たちは
But look at Rainy.
キュレちゃんは
She hasn't
変
changed
わ
one
ってないね
bit. How fascinating.
ひょっとして
Perhaps I'm like you, really, ma'am.
私はレラミア
There's
と
another
同じ
fairy of the
名
maze.
教の妖精さ
Mems, purple now. Did you dye your fur? So the mem are like an organization? The name just keeps getting weirder.
組織？
Organization?
そんな厳し
Hardly.
そうなものじゃない
They're
と思
not
う。
that organized. They didn't even have proper names
僕たち
before
が
we
来
came
る前は
along.
トラミュン、レラミュン
Dolly Mem, Really Mem, Millie Mem, Felly Mem. I miss this little cute little troublemakers.
あの頃
We used to gather around the fire, singing and dancing, imagining all our future journeys. Without coming back here, those memories might have faded away entirely.
ひどいぞファ
How
イちゃん
could you, Snowy? You swore you won't forget about us, but you were gone so long, you almost did.
忘れちゃいそうになってたなんてまあまあ
He's just copying those bars from his stories, being all melodramatic. He couldn't forget about you,
センチメンタルな
about you all, even if he tried.
今日は
Actually, we're here for the oracle cards. Have you seen them?
信託か
Oh, the oracle cards! Right, the chief asked us to get those.
村長さん
Chief? You mean Dolly Mem?
のこと信託カードを使
What do you mean? What do they need the cards for? They want a reading, they could just ask me. I'm not sure, but the chief specifically wanted to be with you all.
えっと
Let's see, they should be...
分かったぞみんなついてきて木の幹は湿ってるから滑らないように気をつけてね村長さんキュレちゃんとファイちゃんが帰って
枝と葉はなぜの
Why do leaves and branches grow? Which way does the wind blow?
メロ
In Membrance's maze, depths we seek to find the answers future left behind. Welcome back, my dear children. I thought you'd be a pink ma'am. Now that's poetry. Right? The Dolly ma'am always says they're just songs,
ユ
not
ンマの言う
poetry.
には
村長元気そ
Oh,
うで
Chief, you haven't changed a bit. Still so full of life.
安心
No need to fuss, my child. You haven't forgotten, have you? As long as our songs are sung, the children of the maze will live on. Just as our paths stay forever linked. Here, take it. I'm sorry I had to resort to such methods to bring you here. This is, as I've written,
私の本と
my
信
book
託
of
カード
oracle cards. Thank you for keeping it safe. You know you can always just ask if you want me to divine
それ
something.
にしても
Still,
何年も
bringing
待
us
ってな
here
かった
to
のに
this after so long.
わざわざ
Is something
こんな
wrong,
形で
Chief?
僕たちを
Yes, the veil of every night whispers to us once more the tales of a new fairies who will soon enter the maze. Indeed, every time a new fairy arrives in the maze, it means that beyond the veil, in the vast lands far from Aedes Elysiae, a great calamity is on the horizon. Dolly Mem continues to explain in greater detail.
そうだとしたら
But
私
that's the
たちの
case,
旅は
our journey
やめた方が良さそ
will
うだ
have to be cancelled. If disaster is coming, we should stay in Ades Elysiae just to
エ
be
リ
safe.
シオンに残っている。
What about all the people out there?
いずれにしても
That's
僕とキュレネの
that's a
二人
good
だけじゃ
point, but
何も
what
できない。
difference could Cyrene and I make?
だから本当は
We weren't planning to be gone for long, enough time to hone our abilities. Paimon would train in Castum Krenos, and while I would seek the Fate Titan's blessing in Janusopolis.
それぞれ力と知識を
Then
身
we'd
につけ
return
た
to
ら
Ades Elysiae to help keep our village safe.
村に残っても鍛
It's
錬
okay.
できるから
I
大
can
丈
still
夫。
practice my sword play here.
剣の腕
Some things you can learn on your own.
多分
Well, probably.
そのか
That's not very convincing.
一つって
Here's a thought. Let's have Cyrene do a reading. If fate wishes to show us its path, we might find some peace of mind. But what if we don't like what the cards tell us? Then we'll know which way to run. Never thought of it doing that. Never thought of doing it that way before.
ありがとう。
Thanks, partner. We'll do it your way. Whatever the cards show, we'll face it together.
こちらが真摯に問いかければ
Ask with a true heart, and truth shall answer in time. Close your eyes and let's open Oracle card book
あ
together.
なたの思いを
Let your thoughts flow like a star drifting on the river, carried by the fireflies and gentle winds. Your destiny is flowing towards the same future. Now, shall we begin? Oh my! The cards are quite responsive today. Very well. Let's see what future the Oracle cards wish to show us. Ah, the Traveler, our little trickster, always hiding behind other cards, disguising itself. What a rare catch. Over here? Or perhaps here? Gotcha! You have to be quicker than that.
ずる賢そうに聞こえ
That
る声だ。
teasing voice, just like a child playing hide
誰
and
かと
seek.
かくれんぼでもしているの
Surely
か
only a master of mischief could pick up this card.
おるものね
Behold the weaver. It connects the romantic threads of the chrysalis of gold, weaving all destinies into gold silk that flows toward the most brilliant, magnificent future.
暴食と剣舞によっ
A
て
dance
悪を
of
上げる
thread and blade set the stage.
同等
So
の
shall it
優雅さを
end
持って
as gracefully as it
幕を
started.
下ろし
華やかだね。
Such elegance. The gold weaver must be of noble worth.
僕なんかとは
Such high standing. I doubt someone like me could ever reach it.
これは門職人
This is the gatekeeper who guides people to the true path among myriad passages.
私たちは千の
We have surrendered our countless senses, dedicating ourselves to the sacred whispers within the temple.
すごいな。
Wait, it's almost. I feel like I can hear the echoes within the temple.
なんだろう。
And are those children
子供の歌
singing?
声が厳かでありながら
Feels overwhelmingly solemn yet strangely comforting.
一般的に
The ruler stands for discipline, authority, and glory, but frequently also points to isolation and warfare.
お前たち
Even you should pledge your loyalty to me as the last sovereign. The glory shall be mine and mine alone.
王を殺
He
した
who has slain a king can no longer bear the title. Let the withering lion walk his last path alone.
これは
Is this showing us a ruler who forsook their people?
エリシオンは
Stories of such bloodshed like this feel so distant from Ades
こう
Elysiae,
いう物語
but
に
they
は
sure can stir the imagination.
想像力をかき立てる
Ah, I pressed the wrong button.
それともここ騙されてや
ずる賢そうに聞こえる。
Turn to the second page of the oracle cards. Reveal the servant.
次女のカード
The card, the servant, is surprisingly light, bearing the cool scent of antilla flowers, just like starlight.
このカードは
It symbolizes new life and hope that often brings to mind struggles, sadness, and loss.
私の両手
These
で
precious
育てられる
flowers I care for with my own hands. Are they destined to bloom only in death's embrace?
厳かだけど
Sounds so solemn, yet tinged with an inescapable sorrow.
小さな意志のカード
The humble healer may seem gentle in hue, but its courage matches any other, strong enough to melt even the coldest ice.
私は力
I will do my best to help you mend all fractures and let sunlight shine on every corner of the world.
私が世界の
Make a pinky promise with me. No more going back on your word.
できるだけ多くを守
Hey,
りたい
this card really speaks to me.
このカー
Makes
ド
me
から
want to
感じる
protect
思い
it
は
as much as I possibly
僕の
can.
考えとでも
Still, protecting everything everywhere seems like a
世界の
dream.
守るなんてことを
What amazing
僕は
power
と
would
て
you
も
need
考
for
えら
it?
れない
これは偉大な魔術師やヒポクリテス、英知の左目、他にもサーシスの冒涜者とかたくさんの名を持つ学者の
Behold the
カード
scholar, bearer of many names, the grand magician, the great performer, the eye of wisdom, and the defiler of Circes.
え
Oh,
この1枚だけ
It's
で
just one card? With all those titles, I was expecting a whole deck.
やはり
A dromas draped in fudge will suffice. It's succinct enough to be to best summarize my true nature.
今の声
Wait, what's with that condescending
僕た
tone?
ちの反応まで
Almost as if it
予想してい
knows
た
what
み
we're
たい
about
だ
to say. The deliverer. According to the tripartite prophecy, this card means absolute harmony and perfection.
それから
In fact, it's the only oracle card without a dark
消
side.
極的
あれ今回はカードの声が聞
What?
こえないんだね
No divine whispers this time? Oh, silly. It's simply the card you drew for yourself.
小さなイルシオンに抗
A
議
sleepy village of Aedis Elysiae in just one fleeting moment welcome an array of legendary figures. The weaver, the gatekeeper, ruler, traveler, servant, healer, and scholar.
学者彼らの言葉と
Their stories and wishes
様々な願い
showed the village boy glimpses of a world larger than he'd
初
ever
めて大会の
imagined.
様相を思い描かせたそこには金色に輝く生徒や
They brought tales of raging battles, of cities crowned in the holy light, and of wonders beyond his understanding. Each story so far removed from his simple
少
village
年が
life.
幼い頃からなその昔
Once, these were just images on of his friends' oracle cards, and yet destiny now stirs its resonance with the maze.
それらは今
And now, they are right in front of his eyes, of one's eyes.
現れる
救世主
The deliverer.
ま
This
たこ
card
のカ
again.
ードだ
Ah, my child, it seems you're destined to bear the wishes of many, to answer the world's call.
願いを
Bear their wishes? Yes, just like Kefali, standing eternal atop the mountain.
父さんと母さん
My
の願いは
parents,
叶
they
った
only wish for me to grow up well, to help around the village, stay out of trouble.
ビュティアス先生の願いは
Mr. Phidias, sorry, Mrs. Phidias wished for more books in her
子
little
供たちに
schoolhouse,
役立つ知識を
wanted
身
us
に
to
つ
learn
け
and
させる
grow.
こと
And little Pisso,
ペソの願いは一日でも早く
when I said
お父さんみたいな
Pisso,
たく
it
ましい
came like
狩人になること
Piss-o. He wants to grow up strong like his father, become a hunter.
僕が彼らの
Is that
願
my
いを背負
purpose?
って
To fulfill their wishes?
もしかしたら
Perhaps, for a true deliverer, such wishes are but droplets in an ocean.
何せ
After all, Kefali's bears and weight
そのものだもの
bears the weight of the entire world.
そうだね
Right.
軍人がタイタ
How
ンと
could
肩
any
を
human
並べようと思った
possibly
ら
measure up to a titan?
それは私も
I
すご
wonder
く気にな
too.
ってる
Perhaps.
これは
What's this?
カードが示した未来よ
What you see are futures written in the cards, or rather the people you'll meet on your journey.
私たち
Sometimes fate can guide us when we're lost.
だから
Let's consult fate itself. Maybe then we'll know why we must take this path,
それと
and learn just how many burdens one must bear to become the true deliverer. Okay, I actually want to go downstairs for a bit, make a little bit of coffee, so I'll be right back. Oh, there's a bot while I was downstairs. Hey, John. Thank you for the welcome back. Wait, was that while I was downstairs? Or is it just, Oh, no. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty cool. You probably didn't see the bot. Because apparently there's like an auto... Like, I can see it because, you know, moderation. Because I'm a moderator. I have moderator powers. Being the owner of the channel and all that. And basically it says here possible ban evader monitoring. So they hold it for me to see the message, and it doesn't come onto the what do I call that? Onto the stream because of that. That's really awesome. So funny enough, the whole thing says cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. Oh my god. Cheap viewers. I only want the most expensive viewers. The traveler, servant, and the healer. Well, if it isn't our little deliverer. My wish? Just let me wine and dine and soak up on the sun for another millennium or two. I mean, what's the point of dying rich if you never lived rich? Right, Princess Home, buddy? Cypher, that's not how I see it. My one wish is to find that missing piece in my life. To feel someone's embrace once more. That warmth. I felt it before. And it's my dearest memory. And speaking of riches, for someone with all those treasures behind your divine power, you've led a pretty cheap life. Ouch! Where did that come from? You're right for a jugular, huh? What about our friend from the Grove? My wish came true before I touched the sky. I transformed my healing power into gentle sunlight, distributing it equally to every life I cherished and loved. They all still remember what happened, though. Classic bot messages. Because this is the moment when she saved everyone inside during the, you know, the sky falling scene, where she used her healing power to make shields for everyone in Okima. That's crazy. That means that. But then, no, wait, that's not right. Because Castoris said that she wished for warmth and find a missing thing in her life, and that missing thing was her sister. So this is a whole different. Maybe this is a different thing. You two are so selfless, aren't you? No surprise Aglaya wanted you for the flame chase journey. You know what? I did have one wild dream. To know what it feels like being born a noble lady drowning in riches. Just think, if I trade a place with that seamstress, me in the mansion, her on the streets, I'd like to see if she'd still become the gold weaver then. Maybe I'd even take her place. Can we jump in and fit right to that convo? Doesn't sound like an easy task. Warm embrace, equal healing, and perhaps living free? They're all wishing for a kinder world in their own way. Personal wishes. I have none. Only the era Nova matters. The world's rebirth. Yet, if I am to weave a new era, then maybe one where Canis and her cleaners shall never tread. Okay, so we're talking about Canis and her cleaners. So this is after their death. These are the moments after their death, since Aglaya knows about Canis and the cleaners. So why did Castoris talk about the thing she's missing, since she already knows what she's missing? It's her sister. Yet if I am to weave New era.
あの醜い
These
害
crawling
虫たちはもう
parasites have no place in
人間
Okima,
統治を掲げ
especially not under the
奥
deceitful
平の
claim
地に踏
of
み入る資格
human
など
rule.
ありません。
こちらの貴
That's
族のお嬢
that
様
noble lady. The way she speaks is like ice in my veins. She's truly selfless in her dedication.
本当かい
Huh? Not exactly the warmth I expect from someone selfless.
我が死
Teacher,
あなたも
perhaps you could share your wishes with us.
ファイちゃんは
Oh, Snowy, wanna know about our wishes now? I wish to meet Trianne again in the sea of flowers where the west wind meets, where the west wind ends. And Aggie, I want to see you shed that golden thread cocoon around your heart just once more. Smile at us again like that bright-eyed girl in white who stood before the Janusopoulos temple. Finally, I pray that the footsteps of lost souls no longer wander aimlessly, instead replaced by the bright songs of a prayer. Are we wishing for too much? Well, let's say these three wishes represent Trianne, and Trinon too. Those wishes are truly wonderful. They even stir something deep inside me. And we can rest easy, because only you can make these wishes come true.
僕しか
Only me? Mark these words, Snowy. See you tomorrow. Whenever they say that, it's just so sad because of Trianne. I can't. Break my heart, why don't you, Trivios? Fine on, my student. Must we go over this again?
仕方ないです
Listen well. I detest the word wish. It reeks of mortals crawling before their gods. I was about to say goals.
私がやるべき
My life's work is done.
これにて終了
All that remains is for you to take the final step and prove the ultimate truth.
踏み出し私
I, Anaxagoras, shall become a god of the new world. Though irrefutable logic, through irrefutable logic, I will prove that mortal wisdom can achieve divine greatness.
この人って
Isn't he,
も
you
しか
know,
してちょっと
a little...
いや
I mean, I just daydream about hero stories, but he's fantasizing about becoming a titan?
この人
That's your future teacher you're talking about. Well, that's
複雑な気分
something.
だな
Could I ever be that sure of myself? My day! Let's go! Fine on. Since when did you become so timid? Asking such juvenile questions about
俺の
wishes.
願いが
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? And what's with that condescending tone?
いきなり言うな相棒
No way I become friends with the half-naked show-off, right? But you end up being the closest friends. They have nothing of sitting shoulder to shoulder. I gotta do that one. You'll be the kind of friends who think nothing of sitting shoulder to shoulder in a hot bath.
怖いな
Alright, fine. Is that really something I'll enjoy one day?
何をブツブツ
What are you mumbling to yourself now?
まあいい
Whatever.
クレムのス一族について
The wishes of the Kremnon warriors are done, but I
そうだな
I survive 1,000 deaths only to fall to a coward's blade. That masked flame reaver who struck from behind.
ファイナ
Fine on. You look... Never
お前
mind.
のその困
That
惑した
blank
顔
look tells me you're completely lost.
何俺の今の願い
My
を
wish is
教えて
simple.
やろう
One honest
奴
duel.
と決闘する
Face to
機会が
face.
あるなら
Blade to blade. Then I'll strip away that mask with my own hands.
万の死とか決闘
Nothing but violence and vengeance. This person's wish is nothing short of brutal.
でも
Still, his eyes burn with the noble pride I've read about.
本に描かれる
This wish
世界王族によく似ているな
I shall not forget. So tell me, has the uncertainty in your heart begun to fade?
これからあんなにた
So
くさん
many
の人と出会う
faces in my
ことになる
future.
なんて
So many
想
wishes.
像でも
Still,
どうして
why
あ
would
んな
fate
に
choose to show us this path?
何か気になる
What's
ことで
weighing
も
on
あ
your
るの
mind?
さっきミュンドラは
Did you say disaster would strike Amphoreus? If so, shouldn't Cyrene and I stay in Aedes Elysiae?
だったら僕とキュレネは
How could we possibly meet all
エ
these
ルシオ
people?
にいるはず
Even the darkest storm must eventually pass. Perhaps they'll come to Aedes Elysiae. This calamity is what sets you on your journey.
でも
That's
も
true,
し
then
そうだとしたら
who will protect everyone in Hades Elysiae?
キュレネ
Cyrene,
救世主のカー
may
ド
I
を
have the
渡してくれ
deliverer
る
card? Of course, but
でも
why?
どうして？
それが示す声や
Although
面影
those voices, visages, and wishes may
今
seem
の
far
僕
away
に
now,
手に取れと言われて
I
いる気が
can't
するんだ
ignore the sense that something is
も
calling
し
me,
かすると
bidding me to take hold of
手に
it.
取ってみて初めて
Maybe
そ
its
の
true
本当の
weight can
重
only
み
be
がわかる
known
かもし
once
れない
it's in my grasp. In that
こ
case,
の贈り物を受け
accept this gift. Oracle cards carrying time's wisdom,
オロニクスの
blessed
祝
by
福を受けた
Oronex.
これがあなたと共に
May they journey with you, become your memories, and spark rippling waves of change in times to come. I'll hold these words close to my heart. But now that I'm holding them, they don't seem all that different from ordinary playing cards. Oh, there it is. The Black Tide.
これは
What's happening? Everyone, we've got a big trouble, Mimi.
焦げた匂い
Burning smoke everywhere. It's all coming from beyond the maze.
何が起こっている
What's going on?
間違い
It's here. The seeds of disaster have already taken hold sooner than we had foreseen.
そして今回は
This time, not even the veil of Evernight can shield us.
つまり
You mean
エルシオンも
Hades Elysia will be swept up in the prophesied
巻き込まれている
catastrophe?
ことか
I'm afraid so.
二人とも
My children, take shelter in the Membrance Maze. One step outside and this horror will consume you both.
でも
But my parents,
母さん
the whole village. This calamity a Titan's doing?
最悪
Are we facing the three Titans of calamity?
いいや
This is beyond any Titan. Beyond any danger you could overcome with strategy alone.
あれは名
It's an
称違い
unspeakable horror that twists our life into abominations that neither bleed nor cry. Even titans fall to its corruption, burning from within until only empty shells remain, knowing only death and destruction. Oh, my be right back is still there, sorry, my bad.
それが最悪の正体だ
The Black Tide. That's what this calamity truly is. It consumes all in its path, sparing none but the Membrance Maze.
タイタンさえも
Not even Titans can.
そうだ
Yes, so please don't leave this forgotten realm the gods abandoned. You are the first to uncover our presence and the only two who can enter the maze.
私たちは
We don't wish for you to throw your lives away.
と
We,
ファイナ
Finon,
私たち
what path do we
どうしましょう
take? Protect those who must be protected. Stay here, safe in the maze. Listen to your heart. Protect those who must be protected. Rules are made to be broken. I learned the sword to protect those close to me.
みんなを守る
If I run now, I'll never be worthy of lifting a blade again.
そのためなんだ
私たち二人
Then we
とも
know what we must
答
do.
えを出せた
Indeed,
相
our
棒の
friend
言
is
う
right.
通りだ
We must take action.
ごめん村長
Forgive me, Chief, but Hades Elysiae needs
僕
us.
の故郷が
And as her
危機に陥ってい
child,
るのに
I must act. Very well. Make sure you protect yourselves. With me, Serene. Join us, my
た
friend.
とえ剣がなくとも
Even without a sword, I'll take a rake. Even with the roughest steel, I'll keep our home safe.
救世主
Deliverer. The card's truth extends
カー
beyond
ドに
its
書かれ
mere
た
literal
解釈
meaning.
だけじゃなくて
There's another hidden layer
そうい
within.
う最初から完璧
Not
な
someone
存在と
perfect
して
from the start, standing high
高
above,
い雲の上に立って
casting merciful
地響か
gazes
れた
upon the
私を
world.
この小さ
A
な
one
一
who
歩から
starts
始ま
small
って
from a humble village, expanding their world within step by step, learning to save others as they
心が
grow.
私たちがまだ
When we
小
were
さか
little,
った頃
I told him I wish this world would never need a deliverer.
その願いは叶わ
Now
なかった
that wish has shattered, yet I'm
そ
glad
れでも
he's chosen to walk
彼
this
がこ
path.
の道そしてそれも
And all of
あな
this
たの励ましがあ
happened
った
because you
から
believed in him, friend.
さ
Shall we?
あ私たち
It's
も
only
行
when
き
you're
ましょう
by our side at Finon and I
だってファ
that
イナ
our hearts find their courage. I know you're watching us right now, aren't you?
あなたは
Great
今
hero from the future.
私たちを見てそうでしょ
救世主
Deliverer.
なんとも哀れ
Such cruel irony! Though destined to bear the world's burden, this boy can never become the hero to bring forth the dawn. I'm the one that's the salvation. Are you here just spoil the story?
彼らについていって
Follow their path, Acer. Bear witness as this man forever denied the mantle of hero. Take his first step on the path to deliverance.
どうかこの記憶を最後
Watch this memory play out its final act.
彼が迎えた
See with your own eyes how
その
everything
目に
began.
そうすれば
Then you'll see why his dream of deliverance was always destined to become this world's
この
requiem.
世界を血のように真っ赤な太陽
A sun red as blood, wheat fields turning to dust, and in the heart of it all, a village aflame. In that moment, the boy stood at what felt like the end of existence itself. I can't do that part.
どこもかしこも
These creatures,
だらけ
they're everywhere.
みんなは
Someone,
どこに
anyone, where are you? Oh man, you can already see his golden blood flowing. It can't be. You
僕に
are you talking to
話しかけて
me?
るのか
Yeah, the Black Tide are like, you know, corrupted humans. And these are all the villagers that corrupted into the Black Tide monsters. No. That ribbon.
リリア
Livia. No. Should have known. Please. No.
嫌だ
Stop. Please stop. And Kevin can never catch a break, man. In whatever game he's in, he just can't catch a break. Livia, I'm so sorry. And these monsters, they're all... why is this happening?
暗黒の潮が押し寄せた
When the Black Tide arrived, the wavering boy found resolve in his companions, and together they ran toward their first
最初の戦
battlefield.
場遥かな未来
In the far-off future, the land of Amphoreus would bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With sword in hand, he would inscribe an eternal mark in the golden epic.
暁の最初の
And when dawn broke over scorched earth, a boy covered in wounds buried the dead one by one, his silence heavier than the earth he moved.
自らの故郷
His home,
過去
his past,
そして
his
名前
name,
すらも
all buried
そこへ一緒に
beneath the soil.
それから少年
His
は
feet carried him forward
細い両足
over the
だけを
pillar
頼
of
りに
stone, beyond the chalice of plenty,
満たされた
through the
暁を
deadly fogs of the hand of shadow.
彼は風に運ばれ
He
る
wandered without direction, like a withered leaf drifting in the wind. Through countless sea states, the smiling visage of the white-haired swordsman was etched into memories.
とはいえ
Yet he did not walk
目的
without
がないわけで
purpose.
はなかった
Deep in his heart, a voice always guided him forward to fulfill the wishes he had inherited, to brave peril, and to do all that was within his power to save those who needed saving.
少年のそう
Those words his friend spoke long ago
耳元で聞こえ
when his journey began
た相棒の
lingered.
言葉のように
So let's see. In this drawing, you can see the Flame Reaver, a hand in the ground, young Lygus with a sword running towards fire. That means he's running towards the fight. Of course, sorry, Lygus. I mean Phynon. And then you can see Phynon himself here, and a broken Phynon down here, who's like, you know, sad looking in this mural. And I'm guessing this is another broken Phynon after he realized that the monsters he was killing were all the villagers in town. Amazing mural.
守るべき人たちを
Protect those who must be protected.
彼は一度もためらう
The words were few, but they gave him all the certainty he needed.
そうでもしないと
That's what it means to be ordinary and choose to be more.
彼は日和の声が大地に
Onward he walked until the call of the flame chase journey thundered across the land. In the vision painted by prophecy, humanity would triumph over the gods, seize the core flames, and ignite a new dawn for Amphoreus. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. What the hell is this? Who is that? He has a sun for his head, but he's not a dog. So he's not Solabis. This is... I don't know who this is.
しかし
Yet, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of dust.
世界を死と
Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny. Are you prepared for such teachings?
心の奥底
The
で
voice within spoke, and he answered softly.
構わないさ
No matter. My existence is of no consequence.
彼は決意を固め
When the gold weaver called, he answered, traveling to the holy city. There, the elders met his warrior spirit with nothing but scorn, condemning him to the barracks in derision.
霊障とともに
Oh, okay, so
へーと
young Finon, traveling Finon, Finon that's in the barracks.
この時
No one saw it coming, not the world, not even him. Yet,
想像もしていな
because that's Okima back there.
この名も知れぬ
Yet his nameless recruit stood at the gates of legend.
勃発するそしてそれは
And there, at last, he found the ones who would walk his path right beside him. Man, that's a lot of story going on. Like a lot of story going on. I expected a lot of story, but this is way more than I imagined. Act 2 Trial. I didn't even click anything. What the hell?
ここは
This is
運命
the
の
abyss of
深淵
fate.
ファイノンもいる
Hold on, Finon's here too.
それと
Is that Maide and
モーディス
Trinon?
に
今
And now, Act 2 of our immersive drama unfolds.
運命の山荘殿に
They're evacuating the temple? Why now?
何言って
Are you insane? That blonde man is the crown prince of Kremnos. Mess with him and every last person in the city would wind up dead.
慌てないで
Calm yourselves. The Holy Maiden has everything under control. We need only wait patiently.
今ご覧になっているのは
Behold, in the month of Gate Light Calendar 4926, the crown prince of Kremnos, Myvt, has led his forces to the gates of Okima.
ご存知の通り
As you know, though Myvt was proud, he did not engage in needless violence. He challenged the elders of Okima to a duel, not for glory, but for the rights and dignity of his people, to ensure they wouldn't live as second-class citizens in his foreign lands.
そこでアグライア殿が
After Aglaya's mediation, Finon met Myvt's challenge as the elders' representative. This duel was to change the course of the flame chase journey itself.
ですので
So, as Finon's most important companion, his lifelong friend, please continue to bear witness to his memories. This is your idea of an honorable duel.
殺し合いはよく
Bloodshed isn't the way. We and Eki don't want to see the Chrysos heirs turn on each other.
それに
True warriors know when to sheath their blade.
いつ武器
The
を
impartial
下すべきか
Talenton shall oversee this duel. You need only place your offerings upon their scales.
世界の運命
Something that has more weight than the fate of the world.
世界の重みを理解して
Which means only one who understands the world's weight are worth to carry it. Is this how you plan to test our convictions?
クレムノスチン
Well, Kremlin,
君の
looks like you won't be able to punch your way through this one.
構わん
It makes no difference. One last chance, new recruit. Walk away, and I'll spare your life. Otherwise, come and face me. I'll give you a warrior's death.
この二人昔はこんなに
Hard to imagine they once clashed like this.
聖女様
Holy Maiden, I can't help but feel like a pawn that has stumbled into some greater political game. Every hero was once a child, and every child must grow. That's so. I don't even know why I'm standing here right now. Look at me. I'm just a common soldier. Since swordsmanship won't decide the winner, Lady Goldweaver should be here instead. My devotion to the holy city could never compare to hers. What if we told you this duel isn't about winning or losing, but rather in the choice you make? Are you saying that Lady Goldweaver is testing me? Every Chrysos heir is indispensable to the Flame Chase journey, and you and the Crown Prince of Kremnos are both a part of the prophecy. What the duel marks is not an ending, but a beginning. So listen to your heart. We wish only to hear your answer. True enough. The voice within has never failed me. Doesn't matter what the result is. I'll give it everything I have. Spoken like a Chrysos heir. Now go, Finon. Your journey has only just begun. That's right, comrade. It's time for us to teach that proud prince a lesson together. Someday he too will be your comrade. Me? With him? Don't joke around like that. Still, on the topic of the Temple of the Three Fates. Here we are, at the Temple of Time Titan, and I don't even know how Cyrene's studies are progressing. We haven't really had much contact since I set out. Still, I hope she's doing well. Anyway, let's go, comrade. It's not every day you get a chance to see Talenton's scale of justice. What's going on? Did he say Cyrene studying here? Well, how is that possible? Wasn't she? Yeah, during in the original timeline that we were in, Finon said that Cyrene died alongside the Black when the Black Tide invaded the Hades Elysiae. So this might be a whole different timeline with Cyrene being alive. Of course, Lycus disappears right when I need answers. Forget it. I need to catch up with Finon first. Oh, right. I was like, oh, the whispers. Who was it again? Orynyx. It was Orynyx who always whispered to us. Amazing. Talenton may have fallen, but their skills remain true to their purpose. I hope you still remember your purpose, new recruit. You seem awfully confident, Kremnon. Let's see how you define the idea of weight. For your information, in Castrum Kremnos, the punishment for profaning a duel with such crooked words is impalement. But as we're in foreign lands, I'll indulge. The sight of Kremnos, the crown jewel of all people. The signet of Kremnos, the crown jewel of all people. That's my choice. A ring? Not just an ornament, I wager. What's the story behind this little treasure? Don't push your luck. Think I pour my heart out to you? Just know that Kremnos' 1,000 years of glory could bring a titan to its knees, let alone a nobody like you. So to him, glory and his people outweigh the entire world, and the very destiny that Mighty himself will eventually shoulder. Oh wait, we can talk with him. That's easy for you to say. I'm just a holy city guard, up against Kremnos' walking war machine of a prince. Don't you think this is a little bit unfair? Don't overthink it, Finon. Trust your heart. Wait, can I go over the other side and talk to Yeah, I can't! I wanted to go to the other side to talk to my day. Now this is a tough one. What can I possibly offer against a ring that signifies so much? Well, comrade, what does your gut tell you? The Deliverer card. Looks like we really are on the same wavelength. In the end, there's only one thing I can trust. The Deliverer that appeared in my life on that day. How iconic. How ironic. Ironic! I can't even look at this card properly, much less follow where it leads. Just thinking about how my village was swallowed by the black tide makes my hands shake. The flames, the screams, my utter failure to protect anyone. Speaking rationally, I know it's not nearly enough. Hades Elysiae was just a small village. It's lost barely a scar on Amphoreus' face. But here and now, my heart says something else. This card, it's everything I have left. Nothing weighs heavier. Perhaps that itself is the answer. Look, Finon. Cyrene! It's so nice to see you all again. Lady Trinon, Finon, and... Hello! Seeing you here sure is a sweet surprise. Cyrene? Did I stumble into the wrong Amphoreus? Why so surprised? Could it be... Did you miss me? Cyrene? This is incredible. I was literally just thinking about how you might be here, but I never imagined I'd see you this soon. I was supposed to leave with the priest, but then I heard Lady Maiden was with the white-haired young man. I figured it had to be you, so I snuck back here. That's Cyrene for you. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for reminiscing. That Kremnon over there. Still playing house, boy? Ah, you get the idea. Quite the hothead. You know, you two just might get along. Don't worry. You already know what the answer is, don't you? That's your choice. I am with you. I am with you because I remember it all too. The fields of Hades Elysiae, those red leaves, that little swing of mine beneath the tree where I dreamed the sweetest dreams. All those dear fairies in the membrane maze. It hurts so much knowing they're gone forever. The pain speaks for itself. Our hometown may have been just a tiny village, but to us, it was the whole world. But that's not enough, Finon. Not nearly enough. Even though hatred can help people grow and turn a boy into an unbreakable warrior, what you need now is victory. You can't just stack the scales with your past suffering. You have to throw the weight of your future onto them as well. Future? What do you mean? Maybe that was a bit too cryptic for you, but it's actually really simple. Why not have our mutual friend here stand on the scales with the Deliverer? How about it? Can you help us? Wouldn't that be cheating? Relax, our dear Crown Prince won't have a clue. Let's try that. The fate of Okimo hangs on this duel. I must claim victory for their sake. I will stake everything I have. Stand with me, comrade, and we shall become heroes. Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. Let's. Together we'll prove that what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Pelanton the fair, the just, the unassailable integrity. The challengers have made their choices. In the name of the Holy Maiden of the Three Fates, lower your scales, weigh destiny, and reveal unto us your verdict. Your offering is a card? Yes, a flimsy little card. That is my choice. Just know that it's called the Deliverer. Interesting. Very well, if you can beat me with a card, then that's what I'll call you from now on. It's a deal. The scales, they're wavering. Talenton is deliberating on the outcome. It appears the conviction on both sides are equally matched. This is suffocating. Like the whole world's weight is on my shoulders. But I believe what my heart tells me. The Titans murmurs. Finally decided. Hear thee, children of humanity. I shall pronounce judgment, for the difference is now clear. The one whose offering weighs more than the fate of the world is one from Hades Elysiae, the nameless hero. Kevin! the nameless hero Kevin.
しかし
However,
忘れるな
heed this.
信念
The
の
true
重
weight
さ
of
は
conviction originates not from itself,
小判を
but rather
下げた
in
も
that
の
which tips the
宿題そ
scales.
のものにある
Hope
のだ
itself.
どういう意味だ
What's that supposed to mean?
多分
I think that Titan means it's not anyone's personal convictions that outweigh the fate of the world.
願いだ
It's about a wish, one which we all share. You, me, everyone here. What tipped the scales wasn't Finon's conviction alone, but the collective hopes carried by this oracle card. Humanity's desperate call for a deliverer.
その中には
Yes,
君と
even you and your people, Kremnon,
双方の重さを
placing us both on the same side of the scales?
だが忘れて
Foolish.
もらっては困
We
る
Kremnons are your mortal enemies. Such weak idealism will only get you skewered on our spears.
それでもいい
Fine by me. I've never claimed to be the deliverer from the card anyway.
僕は一回の兵士
I'm a soldier, and it's my fate to bleed my last on the battlefield, then so be it. I'll fight to the last breath, and on this, I know that we're the same.
いわゆる
That's all a hero really is. Someone with that kind of conviction, and a deliverer is just the sum of all those
素
heroes.
晴らしい回答
A
です
brilliant explanation.
火を追う旅は今
Just
日
as prophesied,
最後となる
on this
二人の
day the
英雄
final
を
two heroes shall join the flame
選
chase
択
journey.
が示したと
I should have known from the start.
最初か
They
ら
all
俺と
say
はあい
Lady
つだ
Goldriver is quite brazen. But you're the first to even imagine that prophecies could persuade a Kramnos warrior.
獅子を捕獲するだけ
Oh, I
で
have a thousand ways to tame a lion. But this lion didn't come here for bloodshed, did he?
奥ヘイマとク
The
レムナスの
Kremnons
古
far
軍では
outmatch Okima's
大きな
forces,
実力差
yet we
がある
haven't
は
lost a
ずなの
single
に
soul. That's
私
not
たちの
that's
仲
not
間
an
で
accident, is
戦
it?
死者は一人
好戦的
Do
な
you
クレムナス
honestly
人
think
が手加減
Kremnons,
する
renowned for our love of battle, would show mercy?
ですが
Your forces are equally renowned for their iron discipline,
全ては
and so we can only assume that this is on your orders.
どうやら奥ヘイマは
Perhaps Okima
噂ほど陳
isn't
腐な
as
人というわけで
hidebound as the rumors say. You grasp the true marrow of power more clearly than those elders.
運命が現実に変わった
Now that the wheels of fate are
宴
turning,
を催
what
し
finer way to celebrate this
この出会いに花を添えまし
fortuitous
ょう
encounter than a feast?
ついてきてください
Follow me, brave
二
outlanders.
人の異教の
Heroes of
戦士
this world are as countless as the stars, and at this moment, we find ourselves gathered here by the light of the flames of the
将
long
来
night.
に歴史はこの瞬間を
History
記
shall
録す
remember
るで
this
しょう
moment. The prophesied Chrysos heirs now stand assembled, heralding a new dawn for Amphoreus.
すでにお気づきかと思い
You
ます
must see it now! How different this is from the flame chase journey you
あなたが
traveled.
経験
That's like a sudden like, what was that little pose movement just now? What the heck was that? Just whose memories are these? Patience! We're approaching the final act.
あなたが見ていたのは
These are, as I mentioned, his first memories. They are of particular importance for the imminent Era Nova.
タレンタムが見守る
Just such as this very moment, as the prophesied demigods gather with Talenton as witness.
この瞬間はまさに
This is a moment calculated by the gods. What comes after is no different from that which you already know. Some join, others leave, while flame chasers bear their faint light forward through the long night.
さあ
Come, come, your seat awaits. After 13 heartbeats,
英雄たちの
our heroes will be ferried to the final scene. They say that the heroes of this world should be as countless as the stars. Yet now, we're the only ones left standing. So in the end, the black tide still swallowed everything. Wow, they got Okima already. And hey, Sirene's there.
クレムノスの孤軍が西を守
The
っている
west stands protected by Myvt's
落とされること
Camerons.
はないはずだそれから
It will hold for the time being.
アナイクス先生は
Professor Anaxa deployed wards in the north and east
用意
before.
してくれた
Their effectiveness is untested, but I believe in
ま
him.
だわからないけど
And Okima.
アグライアのおかげで
We needn't fear for Aglaya. Even in death, she counts as the greatest among
たとえ死
demigods.
んだとしても
The threads of romance weave an impenetrable shield, and the people answer her call, rallying to the city's defenses. Let's move. Kefali has given her core flame. We must complete the Era Nova before the next entry hour. For Amphoreus,
あと
that only leaves 3 hours. So, this is the last time we'll see her.
ファイの
Ainon,
私たち
we set out on this journey to answer the
世
world's
界の
desire,
願い
didn't
に
we?
応えるために
That's what it means to be a Chrysos heir. So has it always been.
じゃ
And why?
あオンパロスの
Why
願
must
いは
Amphoreus' wishes be so
こ
cruel?
んなにも理不尽なのかとみんな
We made the best choices we
いつも
could,
正し
whenever
い
we
時
could.
にそれなの
But
に
in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything.
どうして
Why does it look like this?
僕にも
I
わからない
don't know.
でも僕たちは
So I'm guessing from what Liga said, this is the first cycle. And in the first cycle, Cyrene was still alive. But we haven't had any choice, any other choice, except to move forward. Not for a long time now.
この先
Even if we only see the long, long night ahead, I still believe that through it, we'll find a
それ
dawn
が夜明
on
け
the
前
other
の
side.
暗闇に過ぎないと信じて
Beyond these flames, a new sun will someday
過去を飲んだ
rise.
から行こ
So,
う運
to
命
the
の
temple of the
誘い
three fates, you'll take over time's authority
君が歳月
and
の
will
剣を引き
return
継ぎ
all the core flames to the vortex
全ての火種を家臣へと返して
and put this world's fate
この
to
世
its
界
final
の運命
rest.
の
I
終止符
knew
を
it! I mentioned this to Pending, that Cyrene is Oronix's actual core flame holder, not us. Like, we're not supposed to be the core flame holder. Cyrene was supposed to be the core flame holder of Oronix. And that's why we got Mem. Cyrene probably sent Mem to us from another reality or another cycle to help us out. Because Mem is Cyrene. I knew it!
そして
After which we shall all face oblivion
最後の偉大な
or
旅になる
embark on one final grand journey. Act 3 Return. Oronix.
眠りを妨げてし
Please
まった
forgive us
こ
for
とを
disturbing your sleep,
深くお詫び
Oronix.
す
It
る
matters not.
どういう
I know fate
運命
has
が
run
その
its
終点へ
course.
とたどり着いた
暗黒の死を
The black tide has reached Okima. Amphoreus does not have much time left.
再創生
It
の
is
時が来
time for the Era Nova.
約束通り
As agreed, I shall present the core flame of time. Ride the river of time. You will guard your passage to the vortex of Genesis. Step through and witness.
たアナイクス先生は
Professor Anaxa proved the truth of Genesis with sacrifice.
再創
As
生
Chrysos
の苦労
heirs
の
of the
ことを証
prophecy,
明してくれた
we were always destined to immolate ourselves into this, for this world.
次は僕たち
Now
が
it's
命を
our
捧げ
turn.
る番だ
We can't let everyone's sacrifices be in vain. I don't need another pep
私
talk,
の
Finon.
ためだって
After all,
村を出
we've
た
been
そ
ready
の
to
時
fight
から
fate ever since we left the village,
私
haven't
た
we?
ちは
あ
Yeah.
さあ
Come, let's claim the miracle we were promised and burn away every last shadow of this world,
そして
and then rise as the first light of the new world.
最初の日になります
公暦
Light calendar 4931, the third week of the month of Evernight. Welcome, my lord Jesus, to the end of the flame chase and the end of all things.
さあ
The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold. And behold, beyond this gate lies the new world that our heroes sought through their trials, as well as the terminus that the owner of these long memories have been hurtling towards their entire life. Perhaps you'll find it
案外
all too familiar.
あなたにそれを目の当たり
Then
に
you'll
する
understand how the mortal called Phynon shouldered the world's weight, how that same burden crushed him, proving that the so-called deliverer is nothing more than Amphoreus' own delusion, a pitiful fantasy that it could defy fate's decree.
さあ
Please, esteemed one, the answers you seek lie in these non-existent times. Phynon, Cyrene, I'm here. Hey, buddy. The future revealed by the Titan.
僕たちは
That's what will we see? The future revealed by the
僕た
Titan.
ちは
Oh wait, just it's still fight on. Enter the end of destiny. Hey, Fuke Meme, welcome to the stream. Fuke Meme, sorry. Hey, Fuke Meme, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I am playing Honkai Star Rail, and we're going through the MSQ, the main story quest, the Vortex of Genesis. So it is here, but what is this? Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The Vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting for our final act? Come, come, come. I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity. As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach you have accompanied him through the march of years encountered. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here, every absurd and tragic ending. Now, if you would, dang, all the Chrysos heirs. None of that matters now. This brutal flame chase journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in. That's the same thing he said earlier when we were there. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right? This is the rest of Finon and Cyrene's story? Haven't I seen this scene before? So it's just we take Cyrene's place instead. Indeed, in his memory such scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,550,335 times. He's been doing this for 33 million times. Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, the never-ending cycle. I knew it. Sharp as ever I see. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth? Or perhaps you can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of Chrysos heirs, Flame Chase journey, and the cycles of Amphoreus. Of course I'm gonna watch the memory fragment. Not a single soul to be seen. So this is how the vortex looks at the end of days. Looks like I've got company after all. But since you made it here, so in the end, you succeeded, Executioner. Whoa. What? Executioner? Flame Reaver? Castoris, didn't you? Yes, I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the river of souls, brought on by the countless dead feelings in these dark times. They cry out, though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Aeronova fulfilled. So in this one, it's him and Castoris at the end in the vortex.
分かった
I will take all the wishes of the departed with
死者
me.
たちの願いを
Please
全
everyone,
て受け止めよう
fight with me to the very last.
聞こえます。
I hear them. The dead hail
死
you.
者たちが
They're prepared.
あなた言ってください。
Go on, deliverer.
救世主
We'll
様
keep that executioner in our shadows.
処
The
刑
path
人
before you leads to light and eternal flames.
を溺れさせましょう。
So yeah. Okay, so Castoris was the last one with him in that one. So there's always gonna be one person, I mean, except for the worst one just now. The first one just now was just fight on alone, and then you know, the Flame Reaver. Cypher. Ugh, there's water everywhere. This place is always wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy.
それに
Plus that burnt smell and that sizzling noise. Ugh. Nobody from Dollars could stand this.
どうやら
So, you feel it too.
まあね
Go on then, I'll handle the filth. Do what you need to do.
いや
Let me fight
一緒
with
に
you.
戦うよ
Better odds with two.
あれ
Hey, remember what the Simster said? You know what really matters.
忘れちゃった
Yeah. I'll leave it to you
頼
then.
んだよ
Wow, someone's not shy. Just so you know, I'm not in the business of making losing deals.
処刑人の
I'll
足は
distract the executioner. You go turn the world's biggest lie into
あん
truth.
たはこの
Let me
世界
become the
で
first
一番
win
大
of
き
your
な
new
嘘を
world.
真実にするためにか
That's pretty cool. I like that one. Cypher is just a cool character, man. Haha, Mighty! Just shut up and get out of here.
正気かモーディス
Are you crazy, Mighty? Immortal or not, even you're not the demigod of... Even if you're the demigod of strife, I'm still no match for them.
いや
No, I know you can. I just wanted to request that you witness the Era Nova with me.
共に
Together, let's prove that we're enough to transcend the prophesized fate.
滑稽だな
Could it be that now, at a critical juncture, our mighty deliverer is chickening out, scared of a stupid prophecy?
無論
I'll transcend the prophesied fate, alright. But I've got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself with one last grand victory. Just like when I ripped out the old king's heart.
行け
Go! Live this to me. The black-tide creatures block out the sun, then we Kremnoans will fight in the shade.
あの処刑人
When I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west winds end. I'm pretty sure they just randomized the numbers there. Little Ika! No! Wait! Where's Hyacinth?
どうしたんだい
Hey, little one.
怖いのか
Are you scared? Are you scared? As brave as
キャ
Hyacinth.
ンシーと同じだ
Stay close, little Ika.
強い
Wait, Hyacinth died and there's only little Ika left? What? No, not you too. I see. I won't squander your kindness, your hopes.
それじゃあいいから
So please, keep this bit of sky standing for me. Well, there's one last thing I need to do before the Era Nova.
来い
Come, executioner. Let this patch of clear sky show me where to strike. Oh, this is the one with Aglaya.
一人と別れを
All shall bid farewell to
そ
one,
のものだけ
and
の
that
奇跡
person
を
alone will
目に
witness
す
the
る
miracle. Such is the will of
これ
fate.
ぞまさし
タイタンが示した
So even the future revealed by the
必ず
Titan may
現
not
実になると
come
は
to
限らない
pass.
よ
再創
The
生
Era Nova, this
この至高
unrivaled
な作
masterpiece.
品の最後の
I have no
一針
regrets. Now that I may
最も
entrust it to my
信頼
most
する
trusted
教え子に託
apprentice.
せるのだ
それは
Are you saying
運命に例
fate
外はないの
is ever unassailable? The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes towards the vortex, ready to swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity into the net to hold back the deluge.
私は最後の
I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say. We part here. I shall personally dispatch that wretched executioner, not with threads of
この
gold,
手で
but with the steel tip
あの哀れな
of a
処刑
needle.
人を葬る。
トリビー先生
Tribi,
見てくれ
look, we made it to the vortex.
神
It's the
格
doll,
に
isn't it?
明した
He brings in the doll,
西
cause
国の
Tribi
果て
died.
に広がる
The prophesied future, the flower fields where the west wind ends. Era Nova.
あと少しだ
We're so close now.
も
You can't speak
う
anymore?
返事は来ないんだそれでもせめて
Please, allow me to pause just a moment before I keep my promise.
今の処刑人の心臓を
Let
目
me
からえぐり取
answer
り
this, your cruel fate, by tearing that executioner's heart from the void. He just brought in 3B's doll and speaking through it. That's so sad.
創世の
The
歌詞
vortex of Genesis. The last time I was here, I was returning the core flame of reason.
当時はじっくり
Didn't
観
have
察
time
す
to
る
observe
よう
it
な
in too much detail back then, but a holy sanctuary of the
あなたた
Titans.
ちの言う
Looks more like the frozen crypt to me.
あ
Well, all the core flames do lie here now.
あなたのような
It's my honor to walk the final stretch with a mind such as yours, Professor. Getting ahead of ourselves, are we?
忘れたのですか
Have you forgotten so quickly?
私は当時
I
真の
died
た
for
めに
truth
身を
long
捧
ago.
げています
What walks with you now is but a
今こう
thought
して
in
同
your
行
mind.
した
Of course.
ま
How
さ
could I
か
forget that?
ですが
But I'll say the same to you.
この言葉をそっくり
It's
その
my
まま返
honor
しましょ
to walk this final stretch with you too.
うあのさ
Now go,
顔を
stand tall, and
最
finish
後
your
に果たす
task.
べきことを
Yeah, just
任
leave
せ
it
て
to me.
哀れな処刑人
Time for that wretched executioner to pay what they owe. So it's not like talking to this. We gotta talk to Ligus for it. Alright, Ligus, show the final memory. You really think you're prepared? Allow me to give you warning, most earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible. Show me the final memory. Very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival, and this too is the very reason I must show you everything. I believe that, since you've bathed in that aeon's gaze, Nanook, you can make Amphoreus' frozen fate flow once again. It's Nanook behind you, the real truth. Doom. Because Nanook has gazed upon us in the past. Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphoreus. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one that has sometimes called companion, other times comrade, that nameless hero absent from the annals of history. He is the swordsman ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the nameless, he has become an essential and inseparable part of the epic of Amphoreus. And this time, under his guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphoreus? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound. But if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Oh, I didn't finish reading that. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers to bring about the final end of the 33,550,336 Flame Chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw, the other important actor, now stepping to the vortex. They who have burnt their own self to cinder, the Flame Reaver.
炭になるまで燃やし尽くした
どうやらお前が勝ったようだ
Oh,
処刑人
that's the same dialogue. He says,
身を巻きに次の輪廻の暁を燃やそう
"Like the dawn of the new world." This has been a pretty crazy, journey of a story. Once again, start everything.
これはいけそうか
これはいけそうか。おー、いてー。
どうか正直に舞いを
My computer is being a prick. I'm just like that one little guy over there. I'll beat that one up. Dang it. We're not yet ready. Dang it. Just cannot reach the top. It's so hard. See that? It's just an inch away. An inch away to reach it. I'm so sad. This is what I said to Pending last time, that it was always just like an inch away to reach it, disappeared. And it's always the saddest thing. Losses are constant in the flame chase journey. Man, imagine if I actually have Fine on right now. Nine!
緊張して脆弱どうか初回
終わりだお前の屍で黎明を灯す
If I actually have Fine on in this fight, the 50 pulls did not give me Fine on. I will always be sad about that. Just as everyone predicted on the Reddit, it's actually Fine on that's the Flame Reaver, like a broken Fine on. So many people predicted this. Oh, everything's so slow. They can't. That was not. This is what I need. Mega Karaniaro. I think if I can get Sunday to be hit more and more, her energy regeneration, I can actually like get his energy regeneration up much faster. But it's so hard.
緊張開始これが維新伝心か脆弱
What? So many of them! Whoa! イバラを超えて
正直に開示
Ah, dang it. Couldn't make it again. If they beat up
緊張しているのです
Sunday just now, I could have made it.
すべて運命が絡み合う脆弱
Yeah!
俺を信じろ不可能はない
I'm guessing that was a case of like, you gotta kill as much of those clones as possible. What if I make... No, he's already moving next.
どうか正直に開示呼ぶコンス緊張して脆弱俺がやる
Meow.
どうか初開示
Eat it! Eat it! Oh! Wait! Sunday is almost dead!
茨を越えて明晰人にこの身をもってあなたを守れ導こう脆弱すべての意図運命が
Yes, we finally got a cycle to go further down. Oh, I'm so happy. Eat it. Eat it.
俺が維新伝心か
俺が石電子か
脆弱
He shattered one of his vessels. Thanks to actually getting the cycle
俺を信じろ不可能はない
Aglaya's ult. Thank God.
開示
Ooh, so close. So close.
奇跡を目にすることになるこれぞまさし運命そのものはお前でなければならない
What if the U is me? The Trailblazer and not Finon? Oh my god, see how much different it is? If you actually manage to get Aglaya's cycle to go, how much powerful she can be. Oh, it's so hard though. I need to redo either my Huohuo or my Sunday to get their alt out faster, like more speed or something. I don't know, one thing or another.
ついにオンパロスの運命の歯車が
At last, Amphoreus' fate have begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed by that Aeon's gaze, which can awaken the long dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke earlier, it was only under the same Aeon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition, abandoned by the Aeon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. The eternal land known as Amphoreus is nothing more than the scepter's endless lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside. Final era nova, before the eternal recurrence begin. I know. Set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we? That's what it means what it means to be a Chrysos heir. So has it always been. And why must Amphoreus' wishes be so cruel? We made the best choice we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this? You see it too? Those burn marks, the flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate. Standing here, the voices of titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Amphoreus crying? Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god. Finon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Onyx's curtain, glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphoreus, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds. Perhaps it wasn't a dream. Yeah. As I gaze at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. But this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphoreus is merely a larger Aegis Elysiae. We're just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? What are these spectators watching all of this truly hoping for? As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros I have observed, thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life form. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphoreus has finally achieved results. But the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world? We all gave everything we had, returning the 12 core flames to recreate the world, and in return, we become nothing more than a sacrificial offerings at the end of everything? Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true. As the model of reason, he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, He could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide. But this time, the plot will fail. I've taken Kefali's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness. Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've been this world's evolution. Witness the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Amphoreus' calculations. A perfect equation of destruction. So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers. Don't sell yourself short. I'd say rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow. Even when that sunrise is born from annihilation? Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphoreus is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one whose name is destruction. Destruction itself. And Amphoreus' Chrysos heirs were from the very beginning fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphoreus has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nakos 496, Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you too are the final factors. For you, the era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphoreus' long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy. So it's like Iron Tomb, the Lord Ravager, working for Nanook, wants us to destroy Noose, the Aeon of erudition. Always choose another option. Like you said, Amphoreus is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path towards the ending under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphoreus, right? Dun. Oh, that's how they bring remembrance in. That's how they get 3 Aeon in Amphoreus. Destruction, remembrance, and erudition. Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, the world has already been under the watch of other Aeons. It's strange when you think about it. You just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and consumed by the Black Tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us? You're pretending, revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us.
covering up
もう一つの
another
可能性に
possibility.
気づかせないオンパロスが向かう運
Destruction
命
is
は
not the only outcome for the fate of
壊滅だけじゃない
Amphoreus.
んだ。
まさかとは思う
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination? Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell you. Whoa! From the back! We're going to weave a long dream for Amphoreus, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
でも
With just
オロニクス
Oronix's
の力
power
がある
though,
とはいえ
it should be impossible to
そこ
achieve
までの
this,
ことが
right?
できるのだろうか。
Yeah. So I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Oronix that appeared in that dream. Now I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that aeon records Amphoreus. It fades from existence and all that it records is lost among the stars. That aeon will surely direct their gaze here. Oh, that's what... that's how we came in here. It's all Cyrene. Oh my god. That's how they got all the memo keepers to notice Amphoreus. By Cyrene making this, the memo keepers notice Amphoreus and brings the trailblazers here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into the ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame chase journey. So that's why there's a cycle. Since this was from the first one, it was supposed to be fine on destroying Noose, but thanks to Cyrene bringing Fuli's view into Amphoreus, it became a non-stop endless cycle, just for the reason of keeping Noose alive. Holy shit! My mind is blown. I understand. Now let me step into that cycle and continue Amphoreus' grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself.
けど
But to make time vanish from this
歳
world,
月をこの世から消すということ
that
は
would mean you.
つまり
Alright, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So, come on, cheer up a bit, okay? So Cyrene is the one that does the true sacrifice. In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. The little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Kirene. Hold on, I need to see. I need to see something. Hold on a second.
彼女もこの物語のロマンチックな一幕にしてあげてちょうだい。
So yeah, Cyrene pronunciation in British is Cyrene. Oh my god, what's wrong with my PC right now? In American, it's Cyrene. it's not Cyrene. It's Cyrene. But in Greek, it's Kyrene. In Greek, it's Kyrene. Like not even Kyrene, not even Kyrene. It's Kyrene. Ooh. In Greek, where the name originates from, Kyrene. British pronunciation is Cyrene. American pronunciation is Cyrene. But the British pronunciation is Kyrene. That is interesting. And I've been saying Cyrene like the British do. Tell her about the flame chase journey and then let her become a romantic part of the story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. Kevin and Alicia. Then I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world, quietly waiting for the day when that next page is turned. And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become the nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel to prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. So they're actually not, they don't want Era Nova to actually appear, because Era Nova means the end of Amphoreus experiment and the death of Nous, the Aeon of Erudition. So Cyrene have been keeping the cycle going until Amphoreus welcomes a true dawn. And Cyrene is hoping that fully Remembrance will make a change, like bring a different outcome for Amphoreus. The girl who watches over time and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead. I cannot see Alicia's voice in such a small body like that. I'm too used to like Alicia being like a taller person. I promise you, the pain will pass in a blink of an eye. You need to hold tight on the ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, I will take you back to the beginning of time, the start of a new story. I believe that in that story, or in the countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast endless sky. We can never break free from this prison. I will stand. If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphoreus' fate. So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. Kevin, Kaslana, call him Kevin already. I want her to call him Kevin so bad. Oh, they call him Kaslana. They did it. They call him Kaslana. So long, Kaslana. Oh, the connection is now complete. Honkai Impact 3rd and Honkai Star Rail connection. The Kaslana is in the Star Rail universe. As the theorists I have observed, the destruction synthesis is firm. This is the one that Ligus thought is as the last cycle that will finally defeat Nous. Oh, I am so happy that they used the Kaslana name. Romantic storyline that has come before. and the world resets again. Oh. Oh my god. Then they call him. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting so giddy over her calling him Kaslana. I mean, they can't use Kevin. If they use Kevin, it'll undermine the whole seriousness of the story. But the fact they use Kaslana, though, perfect. Just perfect. The world is collapsing, and the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Ren. Huh? Hades Elysium, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. Feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Hades Elysium. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can't stay here forever, and time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth about your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that came from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. We are just numbers of simulating life, and you are the image I've always longed for, the person I wish to become. A real living person, a true hero. Then, why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No, I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin, destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. You still remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, or throws fits over devil or drunkard, and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. Then go, Kaslana. As you promised, deceive the world, seize the core flames, and rewrite fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword and fight against the gods. In the name of world bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. Eternal recurrences. 33 million cycles. Anyway, that's what I think the way the story goes anyway. Ooh, because I know 3.5 is gonna bring Hycilins and Ceridra. Will that be actual Amphoreus then? The real Amphoreus? And you know, a one where the cycle doesn't, where it's no longer a cycle, where we get where we're introduced to Hycilins and Ceridra. And of course, Cyrene.
そして
So, time retreated behind
時
you
を万物が
until it reached the origin where nothing ever existed.
アナイクス先生が言っていた
Just as Professor Naxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body.
歳月の波が
When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar.
黄金戦争は
The Christos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more
ま
relentless.
すます深刻となり妖来の騎士が剣を
That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that prophecy was true, that mortals could slay gods.
その後
From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Ceridra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. That Imperator Ceridra.
それが
And that was the first doomed flame chase journey
そして失
sealed away in history. The first eternal recurrence.
つまり
Hi,
時を
Silence!
遡ってまで君
So
がこ
what
の
you're
海
saying
底に
is
来
you
た理
traveled
由
back
は
down the river of time, finally reaching the untouched seabed. Tell us,
火を追うたび
the flame chase journey and even all of Amphoreus are nothing but illusions in an aeon's dreams?
ああだから
Exactly. So, Dux
ケルドラ殿
Gladiorum,
への謁見を
please take me to meet Her Majesty Ceridra. I must share the truth with her.
今ここに皇帝はいない
Since Her Majesty is
そう
not
か
here,
しこまらず
no
に
need for
大丈夫だ
formalities. The word Gladiorum
元気の
always
二文
reminds
字
me of
は
my fallen
深淵
homeland,
に沈んだ
very
故郷
deep,
を思い出
deep
さ
in
せ
the
るから
depths.
私のことは
Call me
セイ
High
レンスと呼んで
Silence,
ほしい
nameless
無
sword
名の
master.
剣士
僕の名前なら
Please allow me to add
すで
one
に
more
伝
thing.
えたはずだけど
You actually already know my name.
ファイノンのことか
You mean Phynon?
それが
Such a
本名
name could
のわ
never
けない
be
だ
your
ろ
true one.
だが
But
別に
I won't
追求
question
す
you,
る気は
you
ない
further about it.
皇帝の
Ever since
使
Her
用の号
Majesty
令を
issued the
発して
flame
から
chase. Oh my
英
god,
雄
look
た
at
ちが
her
次々
stomach.
と名乗り出て
You
きた
can see
その中に正体不明の者が
bubbles
いる
going up and her ribs. Is that her ribs? You can see. Wait a minute. This is like a character inside AFK Journey. That's amazing. There's a character inside AFK Journey where her chest area is an open chest area and you can see her ribs with like glowing red thing inside her. This is amazing. Anyway, ever since Her Majesty issued a flame chase decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Phynar or Pynon?
それに
Besides,
深海
the
には
deep sea is
光が
dark.
届かないもの
Isn't
だ
it perfect,
人
a
に
perfect
知られ
place
た
to
くな
hide
い秘密
secrets
を
best
隠す
left
のにはち
unseen?
ょうどいい無名の剣士
Alright, nameless
場所を変え
Swordmaster,
て話そう
hold on to my wake.
さ
Let's find somewhere else to
私の
talk.
泳ぎ
君は僕の言葉を
Aren't
少
you
し
a
も
little
疑わない
suspicious of what I've said?
疑うのは私の仕事
Harboring
じゃない
suspicions is not my concern.
私の剣は
My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action. While Phynon is in team, technique point limit increased, and using technique points defeats enemies in a certain range ahead. Just like...
まず
Perhaps you should demonstrate. You mean I have no technique point?
はお手並み拝見といこう荒ぶる暗黒の潮を沈めてみてくれ
Wait, can I do it as Phynon? I can! I can still fix it! Just like Acheron.
なかなかのステ
Which is funny because Acheron is May and Phynon is Kevin. And they both have the same destroy enemies on the map. And inside Honkai Impact 3rd,
たばかりだというのにまた
Kevin was working hard to try to revive May, his lover. that has been reborn as Raiden Mei. So, you know, what a weird cycle. The waters ends here. The one you seek is beyond this point. At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe? Don't kneel. Don't do the hand kissing or foot kissing gestures of the old dynasty. And most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despised such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown. She really is down to earth. Second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise. Sounds like an old friend of mine. Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp and you'll be just fine. That's old friend. I'm guessing he's thinking of Castoris, because you have to keep a distance with Castoris. Also, bye! Hi, Sealans! Aglaya? Tribi? Lux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting. It's you! You know them? Good. That makes things easier. Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra? To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job. Ah, I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hycillans. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead. No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysos heirs hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions. Then Menestia's golden threads will judge you and you'll decide your fate. As you wish. White-haired Swordmaster, if what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. And how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy? Speak of Tribi's prophecies. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither into the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Tribi? How? How is this possible? You got it right? Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned that he'd appear here. At least, not in this era. You must listen to me, Aglaya. Tribi, the Phynon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Before I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we share will always remain the same. And so the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given a chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra, and after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. This is the new cycle, the new world! The one that's against the cycle. The Imperator's alliance needed this destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this: in the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. The original history was a brutal war. At the end, the Titan kin of Chiorios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the earth. But this time, Amphoreus encountered a turning point in his fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path Sorry, the one's dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time rests, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? Ooh, that was actually fine on saying that, not Kaslana. Dun dun dun! There's still a bunch of mysteries, even though some questions are answered. A lot of new questions are being asked. But I think I will continue the rest of the questions some other time. That is, if we're, oh, maybe not. People kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world, after Tribios, no demigods were born in Amphoreus. At this point, I just want to know, when they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, they were just a bunch of insignificant footnotes. Sorrow has become my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger at this moment is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner! I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future? I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But his choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in the cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time. Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. Admin notes the first devastating failure. Eternal Recurrence number 2. Subject Kaslana adopted a strategy similar to Eternal Recurrence 1. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated normally in sequence. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process. Number 3. Minor adjustments detected in Subject Kaslana strategy. Decision weighing for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental progress. Terminated normally in sequence, Subject Kasana regressed extrapolation process. Number 15. Attempted to decompile the black type for the first time, aiming to elevate access privileges and execute unauthorized authorization operations against the specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heirs. Terminated normally in sequence, Subject Kasana regressed the extrapolation process. 42. 11th attempt to breach the scepter's core layer has failed. The decision weighing for avoid sacrifices of past companions showed a minor decline. Life cycle terminated in sequence, Subject Kasana regressed exploration. 133. Analysis of observations from Eternal Recurrence 83 to 133 indicates that Subject Kaslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of Eternal Recurrence 42. Over-synchronicity risk detected. Potential cognitive functions degradation suspected. This will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector. Within expectations, no intervention required. Continue observation. Eternal Recurrence 134. God damn. Anyway, once I get autonomy to stop the game or pause the game, I will end the stream because I need to go off. But for now, we'll see if it's another storytelling cutscenes. 134th Eternal Recurrence. Anaxa! Absolute nonsense. I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for. No, it's just the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Aeons? Paths? What a load of nonsense. I can't give you an exact explanation to those two concepts either. Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky, and everything else is no exception. Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever. If the other Anaxagoras actually worship the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles, to crush them in their cradles. He doesn't want a faith dependent Anaxagoras. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that. What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help? Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world, and in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil. I've already heard the same thing countless times. Enough chit chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help. Okay, sure. Okay, I can pause and save. Stop the challenge and save your current progress. Select quick completely to exit challenge without saving. I can pause and save. And I think if I select the mission, it goes back to where I saved, right? どこか行こうか. Oh my god, I don't know why my computer is so slow today. I know I shut it down last night, but I thought that would rest the computer up and make it faster, but this is like unbelievably slow and annoying. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's not what I'm looking for. Missions. Okay, yeah. If I go here, I think it'll let me actually go back Asu's thoughts are pulled back to the vortex of Genesis, to the moment before the Era Nova, to where they are standing beside Phynon and facing the final visitor, the one who burned to nothingness for salvation, and the will they are carrying out. But like I said, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to watch me play Honkai Star Rail and go on this little journey to, you know, see Phynon's fate and Amphoreus' fate, and, you know, uncovering the secrets. It's been exciting. It's been very, very exciting. But anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you guys around. Stay good, stay healthy. Don't forget to hydrate whenever you can, and of course, everybody, you always enjoy the future heroes. Hotsu Justice.